A new season of Cosmic Crucible has begun, so make sure you set your defense today. And if you want some help doing that, then this is the video for you. If you want some help with your offense, then make sure you like and subscribe, because I'm going to have a big video coming out Monday called Addicted to Marvel Strike Force, where we're going to get more into the weeds on this, get more into what teams I'm using on offense, and maybe explain some of the more of the thought process behind what's on defense. But right now, I needed to put out a quick video for everybody out there who's going to be asking me, what do you have on defense, Mr. Hartgrave? How are you going to handle this season? What's going on? This is the video for you. I'm up at around midnight to shoot this. I've got a bunch of other stuff to do. But guess what? Contrary to popular belief, I actually do kind of got a soft spot for the Marvel Strike Force people who got me started in all this. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel for so long. So this one's for you. All right, let's get into this. This is my defense for Cosmic Crucible Season 11? Let's just say 11. I don't really care what the number is. But these are the new rules. Okay, we have a new global rule. Can I find it by clicking up here? No, I can't find it by clicking up here. That would be too easy. I got to click the rooms themselves. The first room is called Combat Support. And it's a little complicated. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. But first I want to talk about the global rule. Zombies versus vampires. That's another reason I decided to do this video, is because this season's called Zombies versus Vampires. And I tend to think that's kind of cool. They finally put some vampires in this game. Finally, some vampire representation, okay? This community has been prejudiced against vampires for far too long, and it's about damn time there's some vampire representation in this game. And we've been waiting, 6 long years to be represented, and we finally are. About every other community has been represented in Marvel Strike Force other than vampires, and I'm telling you what, it's been a little offensive to me, being one of the most prominent vampires in this community. So it's about damn time. Thank you, Marvel Strike Force, for finally acknowledging me. Zombies versus vampires. On offense and defense, Night Stalker characters, those would be your vampires, kinda, gain 20% damage. I want them on offense. I want my Night Stalker characters on offense. I want to use them. I don't want to put them on defense. I know a lot of people are going to put them on defense. I want them on offense. When an attacking character with bleed, gain 1 offense up. See, that's a reason that you want to control it. You want to be able to attack. Oh, I don't have offense up. Let me attack a character with bleed and get that offense up. Whereas if the computer does it, who knows? Undying characters gain 20% max. Who cares if undying characters gain 20%? I don't think it helps. When attacking a character with bleed, gain 1 defense up. Who cares? Undying isn't really getting a buff here, guys. Night Stalkers is. Night Stalkers is the good buff, and I want them on offense. I don't think Undying plays into this season at all. I could be wrong. Maybe they're going to be super important, but I don't even see it. I don't even think it matters, especially since Zombie Scarlet Witch is nowhere near being released yet, probably towards the end of the season and only for money. So maybe once Zombie Scarlet Witch finally hits this game, maybe that'll matter. Right now, it's all about your Night Stalkers. All right, room number 1. And you probably already saw what my pick for this room is, and it is Spider Society, okay? On offense and defense, Fortifier and Healer characters on hit get 1 vulnerable. Up to 20 stacks. You can put 20 stacks of vulnerable on somebody. That's insane. Strikers will add 3 vulnerable. All other characters, 2 vulnerable. When attacking, you gain 100% extra damage per vulnerable. Up to 20 stacks? Up to 2,000? 2,000% extra damage on a character. At the end of turn, clear all vulnerable on this character after they get hit. So you stack that, vulnerables up, and then you hit them. It's nasty. It's extremely nasty. I think Cabal is going to be great here. Am I mistaken? I think Cabal on offense in room 1 is pretty much going to bulldoze anything. I mean, honestly, you might want to put Annihilators in here just to shut down all these vulnerables. I don't know why we're not putting Annihilators in. I might have to move my Annihilators in here. I don't really know. Spider Society is another good choice. Why Spider Society? Especially one set up the way I have it set up, where I have 3 strikers. Where I have Noir as a striker, Pav as a striker, and Penny as a striker. I'm getting extra vulnerables on everybody. I don't know, though, man. I kind of like the idea of just shutting it down. Because the thing to use on room 1 is going to be Cabal. I believe the thing to do is just to use Cabal on room number 1, because it can just stack up those vulnerables like crazy. And Cabal is just nuts. Unless you put Annihilators in room 1 and shut down Cabal and just take the toy away. Okay, now you can't put vulnerables on this team. Now what are you going to do? And they can put vulnerables on you unless you're using Annihilators, which you're probably not. You probably have, everybody's putting Annihilators on defense. So what are you going to do with an Annihilators in room 1 that can drop vulnerables on you and annihilate you and can't go the, man, I'm like selling myself. I see, I had Annihilators over here in 4. And now I want to put them in room. I'm literally going to switch these. Like, I've talked myself into it. I'm sorry. Look, I'm switching up. You know what? Anyone who just kind of like skimmed this video and like saw my first 4 rooms and were like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set that. Mr. Hartgrave has nothing to say to me. Forget that guy. Well, guess what? I changed my mind entirely. Now this is what I want to do. I want to do this. I want to make it so they can't put vulnerables on me, but I can stack up vulnerables on them and destroy them, especially since I have Odin in play. Room 1 is going to be a nightmare with Odin in play because now I've taken away Cabal. I've taken Cabal right off the board and I've given them an Odin. This might be literally unbeatable with that damage and those this is nuts. This is absolutely a crazy town room. All right, next up, rules of combat. This is villain characters on successful attack apply defense down, and hero characters apply offense down. I'm not really overthinking this one. I'm putting Orcus in here. I just unlocked Omega Sentinel. Cost me $5 because this game is stupid now. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put Orcus in there. A lot of people might want to put Orcus over here in room 3. Room counts as raid. Lower resistance and healing by 50%. I'm going back to Bifrost over here. I might not stick with that. I think Night Stalkers is going to be very good in here. But like I said, I kind of want to keep my Night Stalkers on offense. Plus, I don't have Night Stalkers. I haven't unlocked Blade. I haven't unlocked Oracle or whatever the hell her name is. So, no. I'm going with Bifrost. Old but standard. Bifrost is still crazy on Cosmic Crucible defense with raid rules active. We know this. This is a team that can absolutely push your shit up. It's not a fun team to deal with at all. And now I just did this. I moved Spider Society over to room 4, and I actually think this is a really good idea. On offense and defense, when blind, lower the character's speed to 5% and armor by 25%. Ultimate abilities apply blind to the primary target. Noir starts off with his ultimate. Ghost Spider starts off with her ultimate, right? Peter starts off with his ultimate. Pav, ultimate. Penny, right? Are you seeing the logic here? They all start with their ultimate. And they all manipulate speed bar. So if they're lowering your speed bar, and they clear debuffs, guys. They clear debuffs passively. So they're getting rid of the blind that's on them, right? They're dropping blind on you. and your speed bar is getting annihilated, their speed bar is cooking up, you basically got to have a Mephisto to shut this down. Basically, if you don't throw Mephisto at this, and Mephisto's a great character to add to this team, get rid of this Ghost Spider, put in a Mephisto, and now forget about it. This room's a total nightmare if you do that. Oh, except for Mephisto shuts down speed bar anyways. I don't know. Look, it's going to become clear over the course of the season, but this is a solid defense in that room. All right, next up, we have Unholy Alliance. Unlimited X-Men characters count as Masters of Evil. Masters of Evil count as Unlimited X-Men. I like the idea of Absorbing Man here, and what he's going to do is on his turn, he is going to put immunity on Gambit and on Rogue because they're Unlimited X-Men. I'm not really sure what benefit Absorbing Man is getting from Gambit and Rogue, but I do know that having immunity on Gambit and Rogue is going to be very, very nice. And you know what? There's not much more to it. I'm not overthinking it. I don't use Absorbing Man on offense anyways, so I'm not crippling my Masters of Evil at all. I don't know who else I would add to this. I think this is fine. We'll see how it goes. My X-Men characters are already through the roof. Forge and Nightcrawler are stupid. All right, and then we got Updog's room. Hey, shout out to Updog. All right? Look, Mr. Hartgrave has a beef with a lot of content creators, but maybe not Updog. Right? I don't really think I have beef with, well, maybe I got a few beefs. I squashed a lot of beef. Some beef I just kind of left out there. Out there, I'm just letting it rot and fester. But Updog, he's okay by me. All right. What we're going with here, what they came up with is reduce all healing by 100%. Okay. Spawn with safeguard, immunity, and defense up. I like this. And here's why I like this. Because this room finally, after I don't know how many years of this, we've gotten Infinity Watch out of the meta. Thank God we finally kick Infinity Watch out of the meta by basically making every single team you put in this room Infinity Watch. Now every team in this room becomes Infinity Watch, and that's kind of cool. So what team do I have left over? I have Darkhold, right? Hey, that's like the next evolution. You know, there was Infinity Watch, then there was Darkhold. So I'm taking Darkhold. Now, I'm not just taking pure Darkhold. I'm taking Morgan Le Fay and Wong. And I'm adding Quicksilver. I'm leaving Agatha, and I'm adding Man-Thing. How did Mr. Hartgrave get Man-Thing? I dropped $20. I dropped $20. That's how I got Man-Thing. Why only $20, Mr. Hartgrave? I thought he cost more than that. I'm going to drop you a little secret information here because that's the kind of guy Mr. Hartgrave is. I wasn't sure if I was going to say this, and I didn't think I was going to say this. I wasn't going to make a standalone video about this because I don't want to blow up my spot. I just want to drop you a little info to the loyal gravedigger who has now watched this video for about 13 minutes. And no one else. So don't go spreading this around, okay? This is only for the gravediggers. I want to tell you how I save 50% on every single purchase I make in Marvel Strike Force at this point. Now, unfortunately, you can't do this. You can't do this on every single device. Not every single device is like this. But if you have a Samsung phone, okay, if you have a Samsung phone, or access to the Samsung store. I don't even know if you need I think you need to have a Samsung device. I don't know if there's a way around it. I'm fortunate enough to have a Samsung device. What you can do is go into the Samsung store. Twice a month, they give you a free coupon for 50% off one transaction. What do you do with that? Well, you buy Ultra Cores at 50% off. And then you cash them in whenever there's an offer you want. That's how it works. 50% off every single transaction. Don't ever say I didn't do anything for you. I told you this video is for the love. I'm doing this for the love. I'm doing this for you. So that's how I got Man-Thing for $20. I also unlocked the Blade passive that way. Even though I haven't unlocked Blade. I can't explain it. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. Look, I'm an idiot. But I'm an idiot that saved 50%. So how dumb am I? All right. So that's the room. Morgan Le Fay, Wong, Agatha, Man-Thing, Quicksilver, and I don't know. Man-Thing is cool because he raises the speed on Agatha. All right, so it makes Agatha faster. Agatha hits like a truck, and now they all load up with Safeguard and Immunity. I mean, you can just negate this by sending in a Ares. If you bring an Ares in here, if you bring Apocalypse in here, you're going to shut this room down. It doesn't really matter. This room is just a nuisance. The only room I think room number 1 is going to be my room. I think room number 1, without being able to throw Cabal at this in a room that Cabal does really well with, is really going to kind of mess them up and maybe force them to use Cabal on something that isn't, they will either kill Cabal, right? Like Cabal versus Orcus maybe actually doesn't win. Cabal versus Bifrost maybe doesn't win. Cabal versus Spider Society in this room might not actually win. Probably beats room 5 or 6. Cabal easily will go over 5 and 6, but then they've used Cabal on 5 and 6, and now they have to use other teams on that. You know, that's the kind of thinking that I'm using. Anyways, if you like this, if you want to know more about Mr. Hargrave's thinking, that's going to be in the video I got coming up on Monday, Addicted to Marvel Strike Force. If you just like Mr. Hargrave and can't get enough of me, check out my second channel where I make really good, actual good content on YouTube, not this bullshit shitpost content for this fucking shitty mobile game. And if you're curious about good mobile games, there's a new Marvel mobile game coming out. I put a trailer reaction to that on this channel. If you somehow missed that, go check it out. I'm kind of excited about it. I'm kind of thinking maybe I don't know when it comes out. Maybe that'll be my main game that I cover. There's a couple of games that are going to be released, in the next few months that I would consider covering as a main game on this channel as well. But I don't know what the future holds. I can tell you I'm not going to go back to doing Marvel Strike Force 5 days a week. I can't do that for a dying game, which is what this is. And Battle World doesn't look good enough to sustain this game, to bring back the interest in it. But that's just me spitballing now at midnight. Thank you for watching the video. Good luck on this Cosmic Crucible season, and keep digging.
He is I, and I am him, and I'm the undisputed trend Nat Taven. And this dork behind the camera, some Melvin told me to say, grave diggers keep on digging. Whatever that means.
I am AEW wrestler and Ring of Honor tag champ Mike Bennett. And remember, grave diggers keep digging, but not the monster truck. Even though my son really likes that monster truck, I kind of like Son of a Digger, and so I'm going off on a tangent about monster trucks because my son really loves monster truck, but we're talking about the YouTube channel, so make sure, grave diggers, keep on digging, baby.
So this is Mark doing one happy private party, saying what up to the grave diggers, and you doing your thing, bro.
Alright, like, subscribe, and watch another video, or be cursed. If you're cursed, that means the grave diggers will keep digging your graves, so you probably want to do it.